So it has been suggested that I create a Patreon page, and I've mentioned a couple times, but basically what it is a subscription service by which you can contribute to creators or pay them for their work. Basically, it's just like buying a book or merchandise or music. It just cuts out the middleman. I have created and launched a basic version. I only have one subscription tier at the moment. Obviously, I will eventually expand and offer more based on your requests and suggestions, and as the revenue allows me to, depending on where we go with it. But for starters, like I've said before, this doesn't affect anything that I'm doing here. I'm not going to start restricting stuff and making you pay for it. What I already do on YouTube will continue to happen. You'll still get the reviews and the opinion videos and the beer frames and all that good stuff. Patreon is just extra in case you're interested. It's a way that you can contribute to what I do in exchange for some extra perks, and that's what I'm going to go through here. Now, this is publicly posted on my Patreon page, but here's the info on what you can expect right now. What I've set up first is the Master Line tier. It's a basic membership, probably get renamed sometime in the future depending on where we go here, but first you'll have access to the feed. So while I'll post I'll post occasionally some generic public updates, most of it will go into a feed that only you as a patron can see. So stuff like behind the scenes info, pictures, occasional blog posts with special updates or tips or information, specific topics, recaps of PBA tournaments, stuff like that. Just basically stuff I can post without having to make an entire video about it, kind of like my own website. So next, whenever balls come out, it takes several days to get videos done. The filming, the writing, the editing, the rendering, and the posting, it all takes a long time. So before I get to serious work on the videos, the first thing I'm going to do after I get the footage is I'll put together a short teaser trailer with several shots from me, several shots from Angel, kind of some initial thoughts that will be released only to patrons so that you will get an early look at the new stuff a couple days before the review and opinion videos go live. Next, there's a live chat function where I can choose to go live and you'll be sent a notification, so be sure to have your notifications on when I do go live or get on, so that you can get on with me and chat with me live and chat with everybody else that's in there. And finally, once a month I'll have a live Q&A with a guest. Most of the time it'll probably be Anthony, might be my wife sometimes. Just like we did for the Beer Frame Live, except it will be restricted to patrons only, so the crowd should be smaller. We should also be able to have more of a discussion than like a strict Q&A or something, not to mention get to the questions faster. Also, content I release specifically to patrons will never get released to anyone else. It's not like a time deal where you get it for a month and then I release it to everyone else. If I release something for patrons, it will stay exclusive. Unless it's like pictures of balls that everybody's going to see in the reviews anywhere or something. But what I mean is content that I create as far as videos or blogs, the private Q&As, whatever we get into in the future, if it's for patrons, it's going to stay exclusive for patrons, period. So the Masterline tier is $5 a month. Now, when you sign up or click on that, you can pick whatever you want to pledge. There's even an option to just contribute without the perks or rewards or whatever they call them. But $5 a month is what I'm asking to start with for this tier. I also have a goal set, so when I reach 100 patrons, I'll launch another tier that will include lots of live streaming. I'll live stream leagues, tournaments, maybe when we practice for nationals, when I'm filming for the videos, so you'll be able to see an even earlier and completely unedited look at the equipment while I'm filming for the videos. This, of course, this is going to require a laptop and a new camera, things that are coming anyway and already have a bit of funding, but also stuff that's currently several months off. That could be greatly accelerated with the contributions. So I also want your suggestions for what you want to see or what you want to get, how much you're willing to contribute for it. Obviously, some things are going to cost more than others, or take more time than others. Some things might just not be an option, but if it's within the realm of possibility, I'm interested. Here's the goal, though, or what we're shooting for. Obviously, I want to do what I do better for starters. Also, obviously, though, if you're actually contributing to make this stuff happen, I want to make sure you get the best of what I have to offer and get it first, or get some stuff that nobody else is going to get. Again, nothing's changing on YouTube. You can still comment, you can still send me messages, you can still find me on Facebook. But sometimes it can take a few days for me to get back to you, and more frequently now, stuff is coming in fast enough that YouTube isn't notifying me of everything. So it's not that I'm slow, it's just that I wasn't even told it was there. There was a couple of them that I stumbled on earlier today that were a month old that I just never saw. So On Patreon, I'll get notified for absolutely everything, and I'm definitely going to make you a priority. I'm not going to intentionally start sandbagging on everybody else to try to get you to sign up. I'm still a representative of Storm and Turbo. I'm still going to do what I do, but honestly, if you're paying actual money to support what I do and what's really the extra content above and beyond my affiliation responsibilities, you're going to get taken care of first. If I get a Patreon notification and a YouTube notification and a Reddit notification, I'm going to go to the Patreon one first, and the others when I can get to them like usual, and I think that's perfectly fair. Immediate goals are a new 4K camera and a laptop. This is a Chromebook, so it doesn't support software for my live streaming encoder. Plus, it doesn't have the processing power that a laptop would, and you've probably already seen the sad quality of the couple live streams I tried to do with my phone, which to me is unacceptable, especially if you're going to be paying for something. So I'm not doing it. I'm not going to try to do it again without the necessary equipment. Now, my camera is several years old. It has limited options. And it's having issues charging the battery, so I've always got to have it plugged into the wall somewhere, which can be kind of interesting trying to find an outlet in a bowling alley. I want to get a nice solid 4K camera, high quality stuff, so that I'm covered for a while and can offer some really good quality video. If any of you out there are video experts, I'd definitely take some recommendations. I also need a laptop with great processing. May even be looking at a gaming laptop or something that's built to keep up to get the best quality live streams possible. Once again, any computer guys out there, I'll take suggestions or recommendations. Now, past just equipment, I'm looking at bigger and better things. So traveling to professional tournaments, hopefully getting some interviews with some big names. I am starting to get some contacts, so you know, maybe going to something like Bowl Expo with a GoPro strapped to my head to show you what kind of epic craziness goes on there. The sky is kind of the limit for me here, but this is just like a musician or a writer or an artist or a professional gamer or an athlete or anything else. Maybe I shouldn't feel like I have to apologize for anything, but it's just wrapping my head around the concept that someone likes what I do so much that they're willing to support me and help me continue to improve and bring you better content. And there just aren't words to express my appreciation. I'm stumbling over myself trying to just think of stuff. But now I'll pay to go watch a professional tournament, or I'll go buy a book or some music or tickets to a baseball game or something, and that's just perfectly normal to me. But it's, you know, because it's a product I like or enjoy or want to see, but I'm just having trouble imagining myself on the other side of that and accepting that what I do is actually worth paying for, so that just sounds nuts. I do have a little bit more information here before we close this off. The way it's set up is it's just a straight monthly subscription that charges you on the first of every month. They don't have the functionality for like a discounted annual subscription. I can't gift memberships. I can't give them out. It's all controlled by their system. I'm trying to think of ways to work around it, because I kind of like the idea of like a 3-month subscription at a discount, a 6-month subscription at a bigger discount, annual, just, you know, like they do for a lot of other stuff. But Patreon just doesn't have that functionality. I'm trying to think of ways to work around it, but I'm not really coming up with anything. So I'm up for suggestions, of course. I thought this was the perfect time to start this with the Idol and the Codex coming to me later this week. Videos coming out this weekend, but if the subscriptions don't start and you don't get access until March 1st, probably what I'll do is go ahead and make the teaser videos, write a couple blog posts, make those public as kind of a preview for what you can expect going forward as a patron when we get to March 1st. There's still a lot to work out. I did go ahead and launch it, as it's kind of a beta type deal here to make sure that I have everything figured out before expanding into doing more. And my last point that I have here is that this is for you and will be driven by you. So just let me know what you want and I'll do my best to deliver. So thanks as always.